Hey guys, today I'm doing a video about my PC, taking a look at it, taking a look inside it, all of that stuff. I did one a while ago actually, but I've recently been upgrading it and now it's, I think, almost entirely different from that video. So I may link that so you can go and see the progression in a few years. But yeah, anyway, so let's just take a look. So, we've got a couple of big screens right here. What are these? Well, these are 1440p BenQ some long number and thing, but yeah, they're basically 1440p IPS BenQ screens. IPS, not exactly gaming screens, but they do 60 Hz, and I don't really care about anything more than that. And the PC that runs it can run Doom on Ultra, well actually above Ultra, on Nightmare settings, at 60 frames a second. So that's not bad. I reckon it could do more, but I think it's capped at 16 because they're 60 Hz screens. Doesn't really matter. I think you can get like TN screens or whatever that run at like higher frame rates, but I do more than just gaming, so I thought these were nice. So yeah, these actually came today, so I'm very excited and I've just set them up, and they're on these ridiculous massive stands. It's great. But anyway, and then there's also another screen over here. This is just another BenQ 720p something. I've had it for ages, about as long as I've had this computer. This is just like 720p. I like having a third screen. Didn't want to buy another one of these because these aren't super cheap. But yeah, it's good. Say if I was editing on here and had a full screen preview of what I'm editing on there, then it would be useful to have this open with maybe some files, because often when I record, I like record like KSP in like 20 different clips, because it takes a long time and there's stuff in between, so I could easily have, that there. And it just makes it easier, or for other stuff. Anyway, I've talked about my screens for long enough. I'm very excited about them, I'm sorry. On top of the screen, so just like a 1080p webcam, just a, I guess, TechNet. My microphone is a blue snowball in black, so it's a black blue snowball, I guess. Fairly standard, it's USB, it does the job, it records my voice, it sounds nice enough. The speakers behind it over here, we've got just some creative speakers. They're pretty old, again, had them for as long as I've had the PC. They're fine, I mean they sound okay, they do the job. And now these fit quite nicely underneath this screen, because before they didn't, but now, yeah. Anyway, my keyboard, my favourite thing in the world, my Corsair K70. This is a mechanical keyboard with Cherry MX Blue switches. MX Blue switches aren't exactly gaming keys. They're very loud. You can hear that. You can hear it in my videos a lot. But because I'm a programmer, I'm doing a computer science degree, it's really nice to have a proper typist keyboard. They have tactile bumps. They click. It just, if you're writing code for ages, it's just so nice to have. The mouse is just a Logitech G402. Kind of expensive, but, well, not expensive. I got it on Cyber Monday for like 20 quid. I think it's usually more, but I was very happy that I could get it for cheaper than it would usually be. The mouse pad, Dat Boy, obviously. And yeah, I think that's basically all of this stuff. Other than I have these JVC headphones. They're quite nice, decent audio quality. They're fine. I got them as a gift, so I don't know how much they are. And some Apple headphones in the nice little case, which I use when I'm out and about or working on a laptop or something. So yeah, that's pretty much everything up here. So what runs this magic machine? Well, that will require us going underneath my desk and probably turning flash on. There we go. So, in the case that holds this is actually kind of small. When I bought it, I thought it was massive, but then I bought that graphics card and not so much. But yeah, it's a fairly standard case. It's made by InWin. I don't know the model, but it has fairly basic I/O and stuff. But the main reason I got it actually was on top of here, below my USB Xbox controller. Useful to have if you play games on the PC. Yeah, what we have here, on top of here, is a little hard drive bay, and when you press this button, it unleashes this, and you can just plug a hard drive in. It may seem kind of pointless, but if you're just like debugging a hard drive, not debugging, but like looking through a hard drive, it's kind of useful to have that. Just so you can quickly switch in and out multiple hard drives if you wanted to. I actually don't use it that much, but it's occasionally useful. So yeah, put that back there. And then inside the case, the real meat of the system. You can see it's fairly packed with cables and things. There isn't a ton of room for cables. Basically all of these cables down here kind of have to be there. But there's nowhere really to put them, so they're just a mess down there. But they're fairly out of the way, so it's not too bad. But the main problem is I just bought this. This is the GPU. This is ASUS Strix GTX 1070. And it's basically the full length of the full length of the case, basically. You can see back here, there's basically no room between this thing and this thing. But yeah, I should have bought a smaller one, but I wanted this one because it was, I think, one of the cheaper ones, but also the fastest one, and it also has 3 fans, which is quite nice. You can see, just kinda, maybe. Yeah, it also lights up red, which is cool. But yeah, it's basically I think the best one you can get, and it was definitely not the most expensive one, so I kind of wanted that. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. It's got like a, I don't know how much, VRAM 6, 8 gigs, something like that, I forget. And then up here, we have my processor behind this cooling block. It's an Intel i5 6600K, which is the last gen, I think, Skylake i5 processor, quad-core. It's pretty good, does the job. It has pretty good single core performance, which is good for a KSP, because KSP is very CPU intensive, not GPU intensive, because it's fairly basic graphics, but a lot of physics stuff. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's also good for rendering and running various things that take up a lot of CPU. And it's cooled by a Corsair Hydro Series, I think H80i, which is basically... you can see that this block basically fills up the whole PC. It's massive because it has 2 fans on it. What you'd usually do is probably get a 120mm one, which is like this, but like down there as well. But you can see the case is fairly small, so there's not any room for that. So I kind of had to get this really thick one with the 2 fans because I really wanted to make sure the CPU cooled. Because I freak out about these kind of things. But yeah, it's pretty good, it stays really cool. The whole system's pretty cool, actually, which is surprising, because this should be an output fan, throw air out the back, but because it's a cooler, it's actually an intake, which means I have to jury-rig another fan, which is covered in dust right now, onto the panel of the case. It shouldn't go there, but it does, which is fine, so that just sucks air in that way. There's also a fan up there, and a fan down there somewhere, around here, like there-ish. And yeah, that's... so it stays pretty cool, actually, despite the hugely fullness and terrible cable management. I do apologize for how horrible it looks. But yeah, so the motherboard is just some MSI something or other. It has 8 gigs of Corsair DDR4 Vengance RAM. I think that's what it's called, which is pretty good. I mean, it would be nice to have 16 gigs, but I don't really need it. I'll probably upgrade it to 16 at some point, because RAM sticks aren't that expensive. But yeah, for now it's fine, except occasionally in KSP with all the mods. But yeah, you have to have DDR4 RAM for these processors, which is expensive. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm happy with this. And then the power supply is just a Corsair CX750M. I have a lot of Corsair stuff. I mean, my cooler, my RAM, my power supply, my keyboard. Yeah, I should look at that. Anyway, so hard drives. We have a Kingston. Let's focus. Yeah, you can't really see it that well. We have a Kingston 120 gig solid state hard drive, which has my system on it, runs some programs, and it's good to have solid state hard drive, makes the system much faster. And then below it we have a Western Digital 1TB Caviar Black, I believe, which just is a pretty fast mechanical hard drive which stores most of my things, my games, my files, all that stuff. And then below that we have a 500 gig something hard drive, which I cannibalized from an old laptop. To just holds all my raw footage and videos and stuff. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You got your 1070, you got your 6600K, you got your stuff. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. Sorry for the mess, but there's also a disk drive, because why not? But yeah, so yeah, that's the PC. That's the thing. I'm very happy with it. It's very nice. I'm going to turn this flash off now, because yeah. I also do have a pretty decent laptop, which I got over Christmas, actually. Well, I paid for most of it, although I did actually get some money as part of my Christmas present for it, because my other laptop broke, so I bought this, which is actually quite nice. It's a Lenovo, so it's fairly cheap. I'll set it down so I can actually film this. It's fairly cheap. It plays games. It has I think a GTX 940M in it and an i5 dual core. It's pretty good. It tries really hard to be a Mac, though. You can see it's really nice and black on the outside and then silvery on the inside. Has this dumb Mac-looking keyboard. It's backlit, which is nice, but looks too Mac-y. And then this thing scrolls like that, so I always carry an extra mouse with me wherever I go. But yeah, it's good. I even produced some videos on it over Christmas. I think just one video, but it plays games. It does stuff. It's pretty nice. I mostly just use it for running code and stuff. But yeah. that is the PC. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm very proud of it. I got most of this. I got the GPU this month, actually. The GPU. I used to have a 270X, the AMD one. You can see my old videos, all that kind of stuff. And then I got these screens today, so I was like, I gotta do a video, because I haven't recorded anything today. But yeah, and I'd just like to say thank you to all of you, because I love this system. This is just, it's so nice. And it's because of you watching all this stuff. I've made this big upgrade, the new screens and the new GPU this month, because my videos did really well over Christmas, on the lead up to Christmas, because a lot of people watch stuff, and it was really great of y'all to, you know, watch my videos and let me buy this stuff. And then last year, the same thing, I bought that new processor, the 6600K, and that keyboard and stuff, because my videos were doing pretty well. It's going out of focus. We're doing well at that kind of time. So yeah, this is all because of you. And, you know, I think it's good because it, you know, it circles back around. I get better hardware, I make better videos. I mean, yeah, two 1440p screens, that's just for me. Let's not pretend that that makes your life better. But, so thank you to all of you watching my videos, all of them patrons on Patreon, that really helps out. You should never feel obligated to give me money, but it does really help to let me do this kind of as a proper, like, you know, part-time job, so I don't have to get another job, so I can produce more videos, and mostly just all of you watching my videos. This is just, yeah, thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been my PC. I'll see you next time.